Hey guys, welcome to TPG's World. It's me, Bradley. I am here to talk about a few things on this video. It is February 22nd, 2023. I am leaving. Just had to pull off the road, guys. This is the third time I've done this video. Pardon my windows before I say anything. I splashed mud on them from my house where it's been raining. So I will wash them when I get home. I've had to run some errands today. It's been a long, crazy day. I'll get into more detail on that in a minute. But I wanted to cover a few things in this video. I haven't done a video. I needed some time to process some things. So let's get started. First of all, it's 81 degrees here in February, which does not make a bit of damn sense. It just doesn't make any sense. Second of all, as you guys know, if you follow me on TikTok or you follow me here on YouTube, you know that a week ago Monday, I lost Gypsy Rose, my sweet, wonderful dog that I adored more than life itself, who was my best friend, who was with me for almost 15 years of her life and my life. This dog was unbelievable. She was, first time I saw her in the pound, I fell madly in love with her. I adopted her. My parents actually adopted her sister. Her other sister passed away of parvo, but I got Gypsy about a couple days after I got her from the pound. I hadn't even had her, probably not even a week. She got parvo. She almost died. I spent my life savings at that time, which was several $1,000s, on this dog to save her life, put her in the hospital every day. I took the best care. I was bound and determined she was gonna live. People were like asking me, they were like, Bradley, you just got this dog. She's only a baby. Why worry about it? Like, why care, You've only had her not even 2 weeks. And I said, when I made that commitment to adopt her, I made that commitment to love her as long as she's here on earth. And so that's what I did. And she survived parvo. She once got out. She used to love to get out. She used to dig holes. She would dig out. She got caught on a piece of fence, ripped part of her hide off. We had to take her to the vet, get that sewed back on. Just a little tiny piece stuck up where they had to kind of staple it back. She then got out one day, and this was horrible. She got viciously attacked by my neighbor's dogs. She almost died from this. My sister luckily found her, got her doctored up, got her legs good. Was getting ready to take her to the vet, and she escaped out their back door, ended up going to my house, getting under my house where I could not get to her. When she got her under my house, we couldn't. She almost died. We tried to get under there. We couldn't get her. She was so far back. Finally, after about a week, she hadn't eaten or anything. We kept putting food under there, and we hoped she was eating, but she was in so much pain. Gabe happened to be coming home and see her, and he scooped her up as quick as he could because she was so weak, brought her in the house. We rushed her to the vet, got her taken care of, got her fed, got her back on track. She lived through that. We loved her through that. We just absolutely adored this dog. It was just everything we could do, everything we could love, and all of that. So with that being said, she was a precious angel, sweetheart. I loved her. I adopted 3 years later Charlie, which was her brother, who, as you guys know, passed away in May of last year. Charlie was her best friend. They were inseparable. When my pit bull, the one I had for a while that I was keeping, attacked Gypsy once, Charlie jumped in. They were just inseparable. When Charlie passed away in May, it was a big shock to all of us. And so Gypsy, 2 years ago, as you guys know, Gypsy was diagnosed with kidney disease, which according to the vet is one of the second worst ways a dog can die. I did everything I could, guys. I put her on dialysis, which was giving her fluids twice a week. I fed her special food that cost almost $200 a case. I had her on a medication that the doctor would give her that cost $100 a month for bottles, sometimes more. They kept raising the price of it, but I didn't care. Just like in that moment, I was like, I'm going to do what I can to keep her alive, whatever I can do. So I did everything I could. And she just kept getting weaker and weaker. And so finally, I noticed this past week or so, she wasn't really eating like she was. She wasn't eating her special food. She wasn't eating this fancy food I had bought her. I had all this wonderful stuff to buy her. She got this special food. A friend of mine, who's Gypsy's godfather, sent her some special renal food that was more wet food. It was much more delicious. She wouldn't hardly eat it. She was so thin, guys. And you guys know the Friday before, she was choking on something. I stuck my finger down her throat to try to get it out, and I did manage to rescue her. She almost had turned blue, actually. Well, not blue, but she was gone, pretty much. I could say turning blue, I think, of humans. Because I was trained in dog CPR and child CPR and all for a long time, especially working with children. I was trained in child CPR as well. So Gypsy was really, really struggling. I was just not going to let her go out like that. I was like, she's not going to die. So I kept sticking my finger in the foot. And I finally, when I popped it out, whatever it was that I lodged out of her throat, she bit me really hard, and my finger was, I had to go to the hospital as well. I ended up going to prompt care, which, as the doctor said, the bark was worse than the bite because it wasn't that bad. It was just simply a fact of her, it was just, I just needed to have a little bit of antibiotics, and I ended up being good, and everything was awesome. So anyway, Gypsy survived that. So, you know, she almost choked this guy, saying it was the most terrifying thing in my life. I literally was not going to give up until I got this out of this dog's throat. So then Monday when I got to the vet, the vet just said she could barely walk because she was so weak, and the vet just said it was the best to let her go. I knew that her health had been declining since Charlie passed away, and I knew that it was a lot of things that I needed to do, and so, you know, and I wanted to keep her around, and I didn't want her to die. I didn't want her to go. I'd already lost Barkley, as you guys know, in October. I lost her brother Charlie in May. So I was really devastated because Gypsy was my first dog that I'd had in like 20 years. And letting go of Charlie was really hard, and letting go of Barkley was very hard. So trying to not let go of this one. But the vet, the vet said, you know what, Bradley, she's not going to live. This is just going to get worse, and eventually it's going to become very painful, and the best thing you can do is put her down. Now, I come from a family where my mom and dad, if they were still alive, they would call me a murderer. They believed that putting your dog down was murder. I had never done it until I put Charlie down. And when we put Barkley down, you know, Barkley belonged to Kip, so that was really kind of Kip's decision as to what to do. I was there with Barkley. I was certainly not going to let Barkley go by himself. So I watched 3 dogs be put down. It is a very peaceful process, but it's not something you want to do. It's not something you want to do if you have to. But I was raised to believe it was wrong, so I had a lot of problems with Charlie when, you know, Charlie died and that kind of thing, and Barkley and now Gypsy. But there was a lady I saw on TikTok who said, you know, when animals die, they give you a look. They know who they're going to die with, how they're going to die, where they're going to die, etc., etc. So Charlie gave me that look. Barkley gave me that look. They were ready to go. And so Gypsy, I wasn't going to let her go. I was going to just like hold on to her as long as I could. And all of a sudden, she was standing against the wall. I asked the vet if I could have just a minute before any decisions were made. I needed to see her. She was standing against the wall with her nose against the wall. And I said to her, as plain as day, I said, hey, Gypsy, you want to go home? And she turned and looked at me. I said, to our house. And she put her nose back into the wall. Then I said, okay, Gypsy, do you want to go be with Charlie and Grandma and Grandpa and Buttercup and DJ and Barkley and Heidi, your family? And she turned and stared at me, and that look came across her face. I said, so you want to go be with Charlie? And she looked at me, and I said, okay, girl. And then I had my time to say goodbye, tell her I loved her, tell her I was sorry that those dogs attacked her, you know, tell her I was sorry that, you know, all the things that I had done, that she had to endure in her life. But that I saved her the best I could, and that this disease had taken her, and I loved her, and so I did all that I could do to save her, and she was put to sleep peacefully, and she went to heaven. And this is the first time I've really talked about it, but it was hard to let her go, and but I know she's in a better place, and I know that when she got to Rainbow Bridge, I know that my mom and my dad and my brother, and I know Charlie was there. I know Charlie was wagging his little tail waiting on her. And I know Barkley was there. And I know Buttercup and Heidi and DJ, they were all there at Rainbow Bridge waiting, and they were jumping, and she come jumping over, and she saw them. And I know Charlie hugged her, and I know they were so happy. And my parents loved her. And I feel very sad that I lost her. But I know that she's happy, and I know that she's up there with Charlie and my family. She gets to see my family, and that's awesome. It's like, as I wasn't going to cry in this video. I was going to talk about some other things, but I think this is going to be our topic right now. I really miss her. I miss all of them. I miss Barkley. I miss Charlie. I miss, you know, Charlie. I miss Gypsy. And I know that dogs get old. I know that they die. I get it. It's all a part of a process, but it doesn't make it hurt any less to know that they die. It doesn't make it hurt any less to know that I had to sit there and watch Charlie die. that I had, you know, that I spent a day with Barkley and watched Barkley die. This dog who came into my dad's life, who brought so much joy to my father, so much joy to Kip, so much joy to me, who was just the most wonderful dog to ever grace this earth. And then a sweet little boy like Charlie, who from the second I saw Charlie, we were attached, man. We were joined at the hip, me, Charlie, and Gypsy. So I had all three of them cremated. I went today. I was supposed to get Gypsy back, but she's not back yet, which kind of irritated me a little bit. But I'm hoping that she'll come back. I'm hoping that I'll get her back. I don't know yet what I'm going to do. Her and Charlie had a little park here. I used to broadcast in there a couple times that they loved, and I thought about going there and doing a little service and just like maybe sprinkle just a tiny bit of their ashes in this little park that they love to go to, her and Charlie, and a little bit of that just so that they can be at this park, you know, that they loved so much, because they both really enjoyed going to this park. But yeah, that's basically what happened this week, guys. As far as everything else, I'll do another video and talk about my health and everything else and what's going on that front. I just wanted to talk to you guys and tell you what happened with Gypsy. I do want to wish a happy birthday to Carol. Carol, I'm sorry, girl, I'm wishing you a birthday after I've been crying like a baby. But guys, I'm okay. I needed some time to process. I needed some time to you know, to let it out and deal with another death. You know, since 2017, I've been surrounded by a lot of death and stuff like that. And I know we lose our parents, we lose our dogs, we lose all the things that we love. I get it. You know, like I said, it doesn't make the pain any harder. But guys, I love you, and I want you to know that just stay true to yourselves. Love who you are. Love all about yourself. And remember, you are special. If you want to write to me, please feel free to email me, and I'll send you my address, anything like that. But I love you guys. I hope everybody's doing great. You're in my prayers. You're in my thoughts. All of you. I love each and every one of you. There's too many people to shout out at the moment. But anyway, guys, I do want to say thank you to everybody who has reached out to me and talked to me from the TikTok videos and from the things they saw about Gypsy, and about Charlie and everything like that. But anyway, guys, I'm about to pull up in my yard. I don't really want to show people. I'm not embarrassed by them. I just don't like showing people because people get crazy sometimes and drive by your house and stuff. But I love you guys, and just remember to be true to yourself. I'm going to post this video. See you guys later. Love you.